starting with a man in the mirror. I'm telling him to change his ways. I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. I'm with students. Sana bacula kamanda bantwana bam. Okay, molweni betunana. I am SINAZOPALAZA. Welcome to my YouTube channel. To my returning subbies, welcome and welcome. Please share with your friends. Subscribe. Sizokhulana in this channel. I'm sorry that I've been away for a long time, dear Gula. It's winter, and unfortunately for me, kangangiyibona ingena. So kangantofa. And because of I'm slowish. It's been second week. Okay, fine. Today we're talking about change. Why are we talking about change today? I think this video is impacted or is inspired by the season that I'm going through. I'm in a season of change. But in this video, I want us to talk about mainly about the change that occurs in our lives, that is in our careers and in our relationships. Okay? Welcome to the world of growth, talks, and real rural lifestyle. Okay, fine. Let's sit down and talk. If you are standing, sit down, take a glass of water. Let's chat. I want us to talk about change because I believe that change is constant. That's one thing I've noticed. Change is constant and it will always occur in our lives. Whether we accept it or we do not accept it, change is there and it's staying. Then how can we deal with this? How do we accept it? How do you deal with change in your life? Okay, maybe you're watching this video and you're a high school student, let's say. Accept that after grade 12, you'll have to move to varsity level. And from varsity level, you're going to move to the stage of being a worker now, usebenze and all of that. And everything else will okay. That's change that you need to accept and understand that it has to take place. Why? Because you are growing. Okay. Why is it important for us to accept it? It is important for us to accept a change and understand it, because when you have accepted change or you now understand change, it makes things easy for you. When you accept change, you're making things easier for you. Change will okay, but when you have accepted it, how you deal with it or your attitude, when you change your attitude towards change, then everything will be fine. Why? Because it allows you to see what is important to you. What do I mean by that? If ever, talking career-wise, if ever you are in, let's say, let's make an example about me. I'm SINAZOPALAZA. I'm in a Ngobo. I'm an unemployed teacher, but I want a job, and I would do anything to get a job. Then I apply into different provinces. For me to accept and understand that there is change that can take place in my life, I need to be willing to move from a Eastern Cape. Let's say go to other provinces, Gauteng, Cape Town, KZN, So definitely that change in my life will allow me to see what is really important or what is it that I want. I want a job where I would love to have a job anyway, be it Cape Town, be it Joburg and all of that. That's change and I need to accept it. For me to be able, when I get there, to settle down and be able to live my peaceful life whenever, I need to understand and accept this change, okay? It is very important, both in careers and in relationships. There will be always change. If in your life alone there is change, then you should know that there will always be change. Every day things change. Every day things change, okay? But I want you to know that in your career, one thing will happen is that change will build your self-confidence. If you're in a certain job now, like for instance, now I'm working as an EA. Why did I took the job? I took the job because I know that I want to build my self-confidence. I want to build my I want to build my self-confidence. I want to grow. Also, I want to realize exactly, am I ready to get into this environment yakwa education? Am I going to cope xa ndititsha abantwana abancinci or xa ndititsha abantwana abadala? Do I really want this? Yeah, ndiyazi uba ndandiye esikolweni ndisithi ndifuna ufunda education, but is this what really I want? You know? Exactly. So, in career wise, change will teach you so many things. Also, now that I am an EA, I know exactly so many things. Like, I know when I get to the world of work, how am I going to resolve conflicts? How am I going to stand up before abantwana, teach them? How am I going to help them um, deal with different problems? Because esikolweni akuyange ufundwa qha mos, there's so many things that are there. Am I ready to be a teacher? Then this road or this path that I'm taking will lead me to realize what I want. As I have said before, change will make you realize what do you want. Also, I've also written there that we're gonna benefit in change. I know that kunzima, but there is a benefit in change. And I want us to talk about the benefits of change. How change is going to benefit us. I'm going to talk about four. There are five, but I've made them to be four. I want us to talk about four benefits of change, which are personal growth, flexibility, improvement, and strength, progress, and opportunities that you will get when you accept change. Ne? Or I think this is my experience, but I want to share it with you. And when you apply it in your life, I think maybe now you're gonna get the peace that I'm getting, or the peace that I just have. When I speak of personal growth, I mean that when you allow change to happen into your life, you open yourself into spaces, you grow and learn new things every time. You learn new things every time something happens to your life, or you learn every time some change takes place in your life, into an extent that you learn new insights about different aspects of your life, and you learn lessons even from changes that did not lead you to where you wanted to be. There are times where in your life you plan things and then you feel like, okay, I'm gonna do AB, and then while you were planning to do AB, C happens. Even when C happens and AB does not happen, you learn something. You grow personally, because the reality is we are not living in a fairy tale life where isn't happens the way we want them. Like Landiti, I'm graduating now, it's 2023, so by 2024 I'll be permanent employed. Oh God, I receive. Yayibona ne laa nto yoba uthi ndizobe ndiqashiwe permanently ngo-2024. Oh no, you don't know that. Yeah, that's my prayer, but I don't know that. Even when that does not happen, guys, that's all I'm trying to say. Even when I'm not getting permanent employed, but I'll learn something. That's the personal growth that I need in my life, or that I've learned. That's one thing I've learned. Two, flexibility. One thing, when you have accepted and understand change, the frequent change that take places, let's say maybe you've moved from flat A to flat B because you want to work umsebenzi othile, you've moved from town A to town B because you want a certain job, you have moved from place A to place D because you want to pursue your relationship with a certain person, you have moved from this place to that place because ugogo wako is there. You learn something. That frequent changes, they make us easily to adapt. If now mna ndingathathwa ndisiwe, like maybe ndisiwe ndisiwe eJoburg, or ndisiwe eChina, I don't know, it would be difficult for me. Of which that's something that I don't want. But if you are someone who is used to that frequent moving, then you'll be able to adapt. Uzokhawuleza ube ngumuntu right. You'll adapt to the world of work. You adapt to the friends that you build there, friendships that you build there, and the people that you meet there. Thirdly, you're gonna get improvements once you accept change in your life. Once you change, you change the attitude towards you change your attitude towards change, then you can have improvements. When I talk about improvements, I talk about the improvements in your job that you do or the job that you want. You may want a job today because today is the 25th of April 2023 and you feel like, wow, I am giving and all of that. But if you take or you change your attitude towards that, you tell yourself that now that namhlanje Tuesday, by Wednesday ndizothatha i-CV zam ndizihambise kuzo zonke ezi ndawo ndirhalela phambi ndiphangela kuzo, with or with any help or without a help from anybody. I'm gonna do it myself. In that way, you can change. You can improve in your job. Sometimes when you talk of improvements, abanye sebephangela abasenemali. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about people who are working and have money. They want to improve their finances, how they handle their finances and all of that. How are you going to do that? Allow change. If you're used to buying groceries that cost 4,000 and you don't afford that, Lisa, I know food is expensive, but I'm just making an example. Lisa, man, Lisa, there are things that you know that even if I don't buy this one, it's not like I need to survive at this month. If you feel like, you know what, I need change in my finances, how can I do that? How can I save? I'm not saving. Oh my God, why am I not saving and all of that? Which is something that is very difficult. I, for one, not do it. I want to save. How can I save from this money that I have? It's difficult, but I need to know how to save or how to accept this shift that I want to do because I really want to save. Even all those things. We talk about job, we talk about finances, we talk about house. Other people want to improve their house. By improving most, we mean if when you know one room, then now I feel like I can add another room. Yeah, one room cute. Something like that. How do you do that? You really need to accept change up and local. Others need to change partners. By changing a partner, I don't mean changing a character or a behavior of someone. I mean puma and doing or feel shiba or wrong for when. Because there's simple no way does a change your own. I hope you understand me. You don't change people's behavior. You leave them. You leave them. Okay. Talking about strength and progress, which is the last one. I'm talking about when I wrote this strength and progress. This demands on my bomb because when you have accepted change or change, you let change occur in your life. One, we know that we're not living when askosebalini Moses samhlabeni. So definitely not everything or not all the change that occurs in our lives will lead us to pleasant life. Yebane, Landiti, oh my God, now I have to move from ekhaya ndiyozidlalela. Akukho mnandi. But the reality is funeke ndizihlalele because funeke ndisebenzile. Akukho mnandi ne? Kumnandi because at the end of the day uzophangela urhole, but akukho mnandi ungahlali kowenu because you are used to hlala kowenu and now things are so expensive. Mhlambe I was afford for the first 6 months zonke izinto ozirhalelayo zibe khona egxanyisini lakho and all of that. But okusalayo uyaqina mos. That's why I'm saying strength. At the end of the day, change can give you strength. If you accept whatever that you're going through, umqesho wakho ungabi nguwo lo ufancy, unebed yakho uyakwazi utya, accept that. Because at the end of the day, uzaphuma nale nto uyifunayo naba yintoni naba kunini. God will hear you. Secondly, when I say progress, I mean that we all know that change triggers progress. If today I decide, well, okay, what is it that I'm struggling with? Personally, I'm just talking. This is the last bullet anyway. What is it that I'm struggling with? At this point, I am struggling with saving, guys. I need motivation. I need it. Like, I need it. I need it. But how am I going to progress? I need to accept change. I need to understand change. Okay. So if I accept change and um, if I accept change, I understand that it takes place in my life, then definitely I will progress. I will go to the place that I want to see myself with my finances. If you're watching this video, that's the end for me. That's the end for today. Thank you for subscribing into my videos, into my YouTube channel. Please share my videos with your friends, with omagas, with otaba, with omakulu, and say to them, Palaza is here on YouTube and she needs your support. Please subscribe, guys. Nange phones of mama benu. Watch me in my channel. Your phone is in. Oh, I love you so much, Emakaya. Bye. From me to you, I am out.